First look at official build of DotOS 5.1 based on Android 11 running on the Xiaomi Poco F1. Hey peeps, what's up? Munchie here, back with another video, and we have DotOS 5.1 based on Android 11 official build running like a boss on the Poco F1. As you can see, Android version is 11, security patch is from May 2021, the kernel they are using is Sentinel kernel, SE Linux is set as enforcing out of the box, and have a look at that redesigned UI and that about phone page. Of course, we have been waiting for DotOS 5.1. Why? Because of the new UI. So without any further delay, bam, here it is. This is how the new UI looks like. And before you tell me, this looks like Android 12. Yes, they are trying to replicate the Android 12 UI, which is why they call it a Monet wannabe UI. Now, this is the quick settings panel. Top left, clock, date, day, top right, battery percentage, Wi-Fi icon. Here are the different quick setting tiles which are available. Swipe, you get more tiles in case you want to edit. Bam, here it is. These are the other tiles which you can add to your quick setting tiles. Then tap on close. Before I forget, you do have the reset button as well in case you want to reset your tiles. Want to access the settings? Bam, here it is. Settings panel in the building. And before I forget, Android 11 Easter egg along with Bubbles is working without any issues. Do note that WhatsApp does not support Bubbles right now. Brightness slider in the building as well, along with the button for automatic brightness. Let us open the music player as well and try to play a piece of music which I have on the device so that we can have a look at the media player as well. So here it is. This is how the media player looks like, and you can always expand it as well. So there it is. That is how the expanded media player looks like. Pretty cool, pretty dope. Let's have a look at the volume panel. So bam, here it is. This is how the volume panel looks like. And of course, the most important thing about the new build is that the accent color changes based on the wallpaper. It was set as blue. Let us go into the wallpapers section, have a look at that new UI. So you do have different options. Let us go into built-in wallpapers and choose a black background. Here it is, system accent approximate. So this is going to be your color. Apply to the home and to the lock screen both. Bam, there it is. You do have the new accent color. Have a look at that. It does look pretty cool and pretty dope. Now in case you do not like that, you can always go into settings, customization, the lab, and herein you can change the color. So let us say I want light muted applied, and bam, there it is. That is how the light muted style looks like. So pretty great customization so far. Now, the only drawback of the current Monet system which they have implemented is that it does not support live wallpapers right now. So if I go into the wallpaper section and say live wallpapers, you will see they do tell you that Monet Wannabe cannot be used with live wallpapers right now. However, they do plan on implementing it in the future. If you go into DotOS exclusives, you do have some pretty cool wallpapers from DotOS, Lineage OS, and a bunch of other ROMs which do include wallpapers from Paranoid Android, Pac-Man ROM. This I think is from Android OpenCang project or AOKP, and this of course is the beloved CyanogenMod mod dude. Next up, let us try out the screen recorder. So you do have the option of using device audio and microphone at the same time, and have a look at those toggle buttons. They are different as well. Tap on start. So there it is, screen recording is going on in the background, and let us check for any lags in the UI when the screen recording is going on. Nope, I do not see any lags in the UI when you are recording your screen. Now once the screen recording is done, if I swipe down, you will see I do have the notification text. I have the option of sharing it, and I also have the option of history. Next up, let us check out the launcher. So bam, here it is. This is the GApps build, which comes with GApps out of the box, and you also have Pixel Launcher. Select, working without any issue. Screenshot, bam, works as well. You can of course scroll the screenshot in case you want to which means long screenshot is present and working without any issues. Other than that, you also have the option of deleting, editing, and quick share your screenshot in case you want to do that. Let us have a look at the Google feed. Again, no issues with the Google feed, no jitters, no lags, everything is pretty smooth so far. Let us now jump over to settings. So again, new UI, Android 12 inspired, settings on top, and you have subsections as well. So connectivity, personalize, security, and others. These are the different sections which you have. Let us go into network and internet, tap on the Wi-Fi name, tap on it one more time. You have the option to disconnect, and you also have a toggle to auto connect on a per Wi-Fi basis. Next up in settings, you have customization. So this is where you have the customizations which have been added by DotOS. Again, new UI kind of reminds me of the Windows tile based UI, but anyways, wallpapers, this is the first option. Of course, we already talked about changing the wallpaper, and we're not going to talk about it again. Then yes, you do have always on display for the Poco F1, and as you can see, all of these are tiles. So to enable or disable, just tap on it. Here it is, AOD enabled, AOD disabled. You also have edge lighting, again enabled and disabled. Then you have a slider implementation to change the brightness of the edge color, and if you tap on the edge color option itself, you can choose between multiple options for your edge lighting. Have a look at that list. That, my dear friends, is a pretty big list, and the animations are also pretty smooth. There it is one more time. Next option you have here is customizing your status bar. So first up, what is the battery style you are looking for? So again, slider or tap. Here are the different options: circle, dotted, filled. So either you can slide or you can tap, whatever you want to do. Then you have the option of hiding the percentage, or where do you want it. So do you want it outside, do you want it inside, or do you want to hide it? Similarly, quick setting percentage, disabled or enabled. Clock customization is enabled. Do you want to see the clock? What is the clock position you're looking for? Again, either you can slide or you can tap on it, whatever you prefer. Seconds is disabled or enabled. AM PM style is present. Do you want to see the date or not? Again, same options, slide or tap on it. You also have your traffic indicators. Tap on it to enable it, tap on it one more time to disable it. Then you can set the threshold as well. This is a slider, and have a look at that animation, man. I am seriously impressed with this ROM so far. Then you have your battery light enabled or disabled, DND, blinking of the battery light. Wow, bunch of options out here. Next up, you have customization for your quick settings panel. So again, click to toggle, it says enable the tiles title, enabled and disabled. Then you can change the number of rows and columns in both landscape mode and in portrait mode. Next up, we have customization for app lock. Yes, app lock is not present in security but in the customization section, and it works without any issues with face unlock as well. The lab, this is wherein you can disable the Monet engine in case you want to. Then you can change the amount of generated colors using the slider, and you can also change the palette type. We already covered changing the palette type. Next up, you have clock face. So these are your lock screen clocks, and here are the different options which are available for you. And the animations, again, smooth. So a lot of work has gone into this ROM so far. Buttons, this is your customization for the buttons. So volume button wake. Do you want to answer the call by pressing the volume button? Do you want to control music playback by long pressing the volume button? Do you want to reorient the volume buttons when you rotate your screen or not? Those are the different options with respect to the buttons. Then you have the theming section. So here it is, font options. So this might be a small issue. So let me try it one more time. Yep, there it is. Now it is working. So you have to just press and hold a little and then move it. So that is the trick. I think swiping is kind of broken, so just press and hold a little and then move it. It'll work absolutely fine. Then you have options for your icon packs. Again, you do get a preview of the different icon packs, and the one which is highlighted is the one which is selected. The UI does refresh once you change it. Then you can change your icon shapes as well. here are the different options for your icon shapes. And of course, because the Monet engine is enabled right now, I cannot change the accent color. So once you disable the Monet engine, you can change your system-wide accent color as well. Next up, we have system. So here in press and hold the power button for torch, brightness control by sliding across the status bar, double tap to sleep on the status bar, double tap to sleep on the lock screen, then you have double tap to open ambient display. Other than that, you also have a customization about the left button and the right button when you're typing. And then you have your quick setting 3-finger screenshot, so a toggle for that as well. In case you want to move the volume panel to the left, you have the option for that. And you can also customize the length of your navigation bar. So here it is large, and again you can hide it as well. So the option to hide is there, and that is how the medium one looks like. Now, if you swipe down on the system section, you also have the option to disable pocket mode. Do you want fingerprint on reboot or not? In case you want to enable advanced reboot, do you want lock screen going fancy or not? So this is your lock screen media art, and you also have the option of lock screen music visualizer. Launcher grid can also be changed. So you have default 4x4, 3x3, and of course I think you need to press and hold and then swipe a little. So yes, the UI will take some time to get used to, but it is different. Then of course maintainers, so thanks to all the developers behind the scenes who have been working on their devices to bring us the pretty cool looking DotOS 5.1 update. Next up we have display. So in display, as you can see, they have again subdivided it into different sections. First up you have brightness, so you have your normal brightness level along with the adaptive brightness. Then you have a toggle to enable or disable dark theme. Tap on dark theme, you will be greeted with a new UI wherein you can schedule your dark theme, and then you can change your location settings as well. You also have night light along with live display, and have a look at the list of the color profile options which are present. You also have color calibration, so you can calibrate your RGBs along with the option to adjust your hue, saturation, intensity and contrast. Next up you have styles and wallpapers, and this is the style which comes on Pixel in case you want to use this style. And you have your screen timeout, rotation setting is present along with the option to configure rotation modes for 4 different angles. Then you can of course change your display size, the option of changing your screensaver, go into lock screen, and what all notifications you want to see on your lock screen, you have that option. Then if you want to add a text to the lock screen, you have the option for that as well. In case you want to enable AOD, go into advanced, you can configure your ambient display as well. So you have always on toggle, pickup, hand wave, pocket, a bunch of different options for ambient. The option of hiding the notch is also there. Let us try out the hide option and see how it goes. So the corners are not rounded, and that might be a deal breaker for some of you, but it is what it is. Next up you have your changing the DPI, and you can change your font size as well. Then you have the theming section, again accent color, the fonts and the icon shapes. We already covered this in the customization section. Then you have sound, so again a new UI, everything is into different sections. First up are the sliders to change your volume levels. Then in case you want to link and delink your ring and notification volume, you have a toggle for that as well. If you want increasing ring volume, once you enable the toggle, you can choose your start volume and the ramp up time. Then do you want to see the media player or not? You can change your ringtones. You have toggles for all the different options which you see on your screen right now. And you can also enable and disable live caption. You do have adaptive sound. Feel free to pause and read what adaptive sound does. And yes, direct sound enhancer is baked into the ROM. Next up we have battery. So have a look at that cool battery animation. Thermal profiles are present. Once you enable the master toggle, you do have the different thermals, and feel free to pause and see what are the different options. Then you have last full charge, screen usage since last full charge, and you have the option of battery saver. You can of course set a schedule for your battery saver, and you can turn it off when the battery is at 90%. Adaptive battery is also present in the build. Then we have apps and notifications. So yes, you do have priority conversations working without any issues. We can also go into see all apps and go into Chrome. Again, everything is in boxes. And if you go into permissions, go into location, you have three different options, and you also have a toggle to remove the permissions if the app is not used for some time. Again, a very different and very unique UI. Also, if you go into mobile data and Wi-Fi, you do have per app network isolation, wherein you can configure whether the application has access to Wi-Fi data, mobile data, VPN data, and all the other nitty-gritty details. Moving over to notifications, you do have notification history as long as you enable it, and we already talked about Android 11 bubbles. While we're talking about the assistant, let us check if Hey Google is working or not. So there it is. Hey Google works with the screen turned on. Let us turn the screen off. Hey Google, are you awake? Hey Google. So I think Hey Google does not work with the screen turned off. Let us try double tap to wake. So yes, double tap to wake works, but the assistant lady is broken when the screen is turned off. Then you have security. So yes, you do have your normal fingerprint, PIN, password. IR face unlock is present and works without any issues. Moving over to system. So herein you do have the option of gestures. So quickly open the camera by pressing the power button twice from any screen. Go into system navigation, three different options. Go into gesture navigation settings. You can configure the sensitivity of the left edge and the right edge. Then prevent ringing is present. So press power and volume up together to move the phone to vibrate or mute. And of course you can configure whether you want to see the smart controls in your power menu or not, and this is how your power menu looks like. Next up in system we have status bar tuner. So herein you can configure all the different icons which you want to see in your status bar. Developer options are enabled out of the box. So with Android 11 you do get wireless debugging, and you also have the option to show the refresh rate on the top left of the screen in case you want to. And of course you do have OTA updates. Right now 5.1 is the latest, so no updates are available. Next thing, let us talk about all the apps which come baked in. So these are the different apps which are baked in. The only apps which I installed were Magisk Manager, again device is not rooted, and the YouTube application. The camera application which is baked in is not Gcam or ANX camera. However, links to those can be found in the description and in the pinned comment on this video. We can also open the Magisk application. Again, device is not rooted, only installed it to check for safety net. So as you can see, safety net is passing out of the box. Let us open the Google Play Store as well, and we can go into settings and about, and as you can see, Play Protect certification, device is certified, which means banking apps should work without any issues. In terms of YouTube media playback, everything works absolutely fine. No jitters, no lags, live caption works, picture in picture works. Of course, for picture in picture to work, either you need to have YouTube Premium or you need to be in a specific country in case you do not want to pay for YouTube Premium. Next thing we can check for is whether portrait light is working or not. So let me try to edit this picture of my favorite football star. Wait for the loading bar to finish, and if you're going to adjust, bam, here it is. Portrait light is working without any issues. Now a lot of you do comment on the video that it is not working for you. Do note, you need a picture with a face which is a portrait shot. That is when portrait light is going to work. It will not work on your normal objects like cars. Oh, and I almost forgot the package installer thing. So let us go into files, apps, and try to install a package. Let us try to install the DevCheck application. Bam, they do have a new UI for your package installer as well, which does look pretty dope. Next up, let us check out the recents for any jitters or any lags. Again, no lags, no jitters. Everything is super smooth. Press and hold on any app icon. You get four different options: app info, split screen, freeform, and pause the application. Google feed, no jitters, no lags, nothing like that. Switch between a few applications. There it is. The gestures are working without any issues. App opening animations in the building. Again, everything is super fast and super smooth. So what can I say? New UI, something very exciting, different, and you may like it, you may not like it. I, of course, am a big fan of the new UI. So, all in all, another great ROM available for the Poco F1. And that will do it for this video. Hope my video helped you. Likes, shares, and subscribes are appreciated. Feedback and comment more than welcome. See you when I see you.